I've always had an interest in some of the large players that build radios for amateur radio. Today I'm going to look at Yaesu. So stick around and you can learn what I learned about the company Yaesu. Or at the very least, maybe you can post in the comments all the different Yaesu radios that I've posted on this video. Licensed amateur radio operators, we have all heard about Yaesu. We have all seen a Yaesu radio, and most of us have even owned one. I've had several myself, from extremely old ones, full of valves and extremely heavy, so one can only assume they were transported by sea and never by air at that time. But what do you know about the company Yaesu? We can assume it was or is Japanese owned. But I just felt there might be something interesting about the company history. Let me show you what I found after a bit of research. Back in the beginning, prior to 1959, Sako Hasegawa, I think that's how you pronounce it, had been operating a company called General Television in Otoko, Tokyo since 1956. His first single sideband equipment had been manufactured under the General Television Company name in 1957. His ambitions seem to have been to design and manufacture modern single sideband equipment for the amateur radio market. Yaesu is a Japanese brand of amateur radio equipment founded by Yaesu Musen Co in 1959 by the Japanese radio amateur operator Sako. His call sign was JA1MP and lived in Yaesu, a district of Tokyo. Yaesu Musen Co first produced a crystal-controlled monoband 40-metre transmitter, the FL1040. The second radio released soon after this, which was a 5-band crystal-controlled mechanical filter. It was called the FL20. Yaesu had originally been formed with the intention to develop and manufacture commercial and amateur radio transceivers just for the Japanese market. But only 5 years after its formation, the company had signed agreements for sales to export to Australia and Germany. Bale Radio and TV Service sold the FL100B direct throughout Australia from their premises in Box Hill, a suburb of Melbourne. In 1963, a Swiss company imported the Yaesu equipment and sold it under their own brand. In 1965, Yaesu equipment was first imported into America. Yaesu became a very important presence in America amateur radio market with the introduction and improvement of its very popular FT101 in the 1970s. 1993 was a sad day for Yaesu, as that's when Sako died. Yaesu Musen acquired the Standard Radio Equipment brand from Musen, Japan in 1998 and changed the company name to Vertex Standard Company Limited. But Vertex didn't last very long. In 2007, Motorola announced its intention to purchase 80% of the company. The deal was completed in January 2008 and the joint venture was dissolved in January 2012. In 2013, Yaesu launched its own digital mode for amateur radio known as System Fusion, or just Fusion. Like most digital modes, Fusion utilises narrow bandwidth. However, with System Fusion, Yaesu gave it more attention to be compatible with analog FM radio. Their intentional goal was to simplify migration of existing amateur radio repeaters analog to digital. Yaesu is the only company with System Fusion enabled devices. For what it's worth, I've always been happy with Yaesu Products. I have several radios with their name, microphones as well, and different products with the Yaesu name. It's still a Japanese company and it's well-known manufacturer for amateur radio, marine and commercial equipment. But Yaesu is well recognised for its amateur radio equipment. But I'm more keen to know your thoughts on Yaesu. What products do you have of theirs, or what did you have? Which products do you like or don't like? What was your first Yaesu radio or first Yaesu microphone or power supply that you had? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. How many of the radios I've shown have you seen and recognised? Maybe you can list them all in the comments below. I bet no one can do all of them. Although, maybe you can. I hope you've enjoyed watching this. Please let me know what you thought of this video and let me know also any brands that you'd like me to research next. Don't forget, I have a blog page that has lots more information on it and I'm sure you'll get something useful there. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Thanks again for watching. Hope to talk to you soon.